Yeah, I mean, there's always battles out here and stuff. Everybody out here is very nice. I mean, they've been out here for so long, they feel like they're residents. Everybody in this area has been talked to. Many people have come out and asked what's our intentions, what we're doing, and
Yeah.
and I told them the whole scope. It's like, look, we're assigned here to pick up all the trash and stuff, and basically they don't really want you on the property anymore. But by them working with us, I got them to be able to stay longer, and even law enforcement was okay. Hey, John, you're calling the shots. If you think they're going to be able to help you, and I said, yeah, let's give them a shot. And sure
And
enough,
what do you mean by that exactly? Like helping you with?
well, helping me take the trash out of their camps and bring it to a central location so we could get it without invading their privacy. That's very important to me because these have been their homes. They're in survival. And because they've been out here so long, it became more than survival. It's just living. You know, even that you're living in a third world country, basically. No bathrooms, no place to get rid of your trash. You know, and God bless them. Even if they wanted to get rid of the trash, they're going to get in trouble by throwing it in somebody's dumpster, somebody's trash can. Or
Because there's not no dumpster, no receptacles here.
No. But out here, everybody's been working with us. Some of the camps have moved, and we've cleaned up their spots. And that's basically, we're to the point now where we have to start working with camps. So we've gone around and talked with them. Once again,
You mean because you've cleared out like?
we've cleaned out everything of the trash that we could get
Yeah.
that didn't interfere with people's camps.
Right.
So once you do that, you have to start working with the campers to start cleaning up their camp areas and stuff. And you know, the big thing I've been trying to say is we need an exit plan. The people that don't want to be out here, that are trying to find themselves, we need to transition them to a safe place where other nonprofits that get paid good money to help the homeless are not feeling intimidated going into the woods now. If you go into an area where it's wide open, you got people here and stuff, that's a little bit less threatening. I would expect mental health to be here. I would expect the housing people to be here. Everybody should be here trying to help these individuals. Mental health. We used to have mist. They used to go into these areas with law enforcement.
Yeah.
Not a good scenario.
Right.
But what if we had a safe place where a mental health person could come in and have a one-on-one with a person without a guy in a uniform? That's going to be more beneficial than going into these sites with law enforcement on both and trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
There are many things we didn't think about.
But what happens in this circumstance where somebody just does not want to move out of a spot that you've got to clean out?
The end result is if you can't move off of somebody's private property when they've asked you now. They let you stay out here, and now they're asking you, please, you got to move, which I've done. Eventually, law enforcement has to come in and give them a 3-day notice. But even with that 3-day notice,
Yeah.
if you need a couple extra days, I'm the one that's in charge. I give you a couple extra days.
I see.
You know, the people over by the railroad tracks, they've already been given notice. They had been talked to, and actually one of the girls actually worked for me for a couple hours.
Right.
But they've all been given notice. They all talked. Hey guys, you're really nice and everything, but remember, you're eventually going to have to move when we get done with out here. You know, they haven't moved. What am I going to do? Call the cops and have her arrested?
Right.
You know,
I mean,
I'm
that's
going
the
to keep
question.
trying to work, but
Yeah.
eventually, I'm not. It's going to be taken out of my hands. Eventually,
by the property owner or by?
well, the property owner definitely wants this area cleared. So
Yeah.
the next step, if they don't want to leave for law enforcement, is they get arrested for trespassing
Right.
because they are on somebody else's land. The owner's already given papers and saying
They've
they'll
issued
do
a
it.
notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, the reason why most of the people are still here is because I'm working in this area,
Right.
and that's the agreement. Me working, I do it my way.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? I'm doing it the only way I can. I'm doing the most civil, humane way by working where people aren't, and then letting them know, hey,
Yeah.
you know, I've talked to, especially the people in these camps right here.
Yeah.
I've talked to them almost every time I come. I know the one guy from when I had my center.
Right.
He's really a nice guy.
Right.
And it's breaking my heart because he's got his RV back there. He's got, buildings.
It's got a lot of, that's the other thing. There's a lot of things that are not easy for them to remove.
Right. So here's the part that, okay, you built this because you were here, but you can't be here. So what do you want? If you need a week to haul all the stuff out that you think you want, I'll give you a week. I got no problem with that. I'm going to be working out here for months. Mm-hmm. So if you need an extra week before I come in there and clean up all the stuff you leave, I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
You see, that's the people who don't understand. I'm not going in here hassling these guys. They've all known we've been here for a month and a half, and they all knew they were going to have to leave at some point. Well, a month and a half later, I told them about 30 days or so. Mm-hmm. A month and a half later, it's like, okay, guys, and then I get asked, what's going on with the camps? Well, we just got to them. Okay, then we're going to go in there and notice them so they know they have to leave. Okay.
Right.
I can't stop that from happening. It's private property. Landowners don't want them in there anymore. Mm-hmm. And now they found a mechanism to actually clean up the trash and work with the homeless.
Right.
They're hiring me because they see that as a better fit for these individuals out here. They could have hired just about anybody to do this.